Beijing and Moscow have pledged to deepen their ties and take cooperation to a new level. President Xi Jinping has held talks with Vladimir Putin in Beijing, the Russian president's first overseas trip since being sworn in for a fifth term. The two countries are celebrating 75 years of diplomatic relations, with the leaders signing a number of agreements, including trade, environmental protection, border inspection and media cooperation. Our correspondent Dong Shui has more from Beijing.
The two heads of state signed a joint statement earlier in Beijing to strengthen the comprehensive strategic partnership between the two nations. Well, it's a clear sign of the deepening ties between China and Russia, and especially in a year marking the 75th anniversary of diplomatic relations. And in a joint press conference, Chinese President Xi Jinping said the stability and the strength of relations between China and Russia are the result of what he calls the 5 insists: mutual respect, win-win cooperation, long-lasting friendship, strategic support, and fairness and justice. Beijing said the basis of their ties is non-alliance, non-confrontation, and not targeting any third party. The two sides say they are willing to work hard for a long-lasting friendship and to deepen cooperation in areas such as security, education, culture, and the economy and trade. And that said, last year bilateral trade reached a record of $240 billion, surpassing the target of $200 billion ahead of schedule. As Chinese Foreign Ministry has put it, that Russian natural gas fuels many Chinese households here, and Chinese manufactured automobiles run on Russian roads. And also promoting cultural and people-to-people exchange is another key part of the 75th anniversary celebrations this year and the year to come. And that means more students, tourists, and cultural activities organized by the two countries. And in terms of the Ukraine crisis, Russian President Vladimir Putin said Moscow is open to dialogue on Ukraine, but any negotiations, I quote, must take into account the interest of all countries involved in the conflict, including Russia, end of the quote. He said he appreciates China's 12-point proposal for a political settlement, describing it as a sincere contribution to stabilize the situation. President Xi also reiterated the importance of the political settlement proposed by Beijing. He said China hopes peace and stability return to Europe as soon as possible, and that Beijing is willing to continue to play a constructive role in achieving that aim. They also reached a consensus on resolving the pressing Palestinian crisis based on the two-state solutions.